begin us with our questions. So before we officially begin, ma'am, can you please introduce yourself to us?
Good afternoon. I am Miss Alpha Gentina, a teacher, education teacher, coming from Science Department.
Okay, so the first part of our interview, which is the teaching philosophy and approach. So for our first question, ma'am, is how do you think your non-education background will shape your teaching philosophy and approach?
First of all, I am not like you said, I am not an education graduate. I'm really, shall I say, graduated from University of Cebu, Manila with a course of BSN, Bachelor of Science in Nursing. And then I took a PPA, Diploma in Professional Education, wherein I think more or less 32 to 36 minutes for education and then take the morning exam and I pass the exam. What's your question again?
How do you think your non-education background will shape your teaching philosophy and approach?
Okay, my non-education background will shape my teaching philosophy and approach. Simple. Like right now, no, I'm teaching science subject. So in my non-teaching background, which is nursing, sciences subject is only my minor subjects. So, pag abot na ko in teaching sciences, wa mo na ito problema sa subject matter because minor naman na ako. I-take na ako sa kanya. So, when it comes to philosophy and my approaches, is di na ko nag-problema because like I said, wala ko idea on how to manage the class, no? The students inside the classroom. I don't know how to deliver my discussion to students kung saan na po, di ba? And since and for mo that since I'm a nurse, ako yung undergrad is to give medicine, to take care of the patients.
Okay, so for our second question, ma'am, what unique perspectives or skills do you think you bring to the teaching profession?
For me, repetition. Like say, yung sa GSTS, I always repeat, no? Mag-recall din ko sa topic. I always ask questions to students, minsan ibalik-balik na lang ako, no? Because for me, when you repeat my word, the more you repeat, the more nga mas ma-retain ninyo ang knowledge or ang information. For me, that's for me, ha? I always keep on repeating my students.
So our third question, ma'am, is what difficulties are you experiencing in teaching?
Like that, actually, first and foremost, first year na ko as a teacher is I don't know how to make a lesson plan. Even though sa DPA, we discuss na lang, okay, these are the ways on how to kuan. But then again, lahi siya when you are a teacher na good. Kaya mag-depende, what if sa first na ko nga school, private school, sa Scholastica, ang ilahang lesson plan is very detailed. No? Abot mo sa public or sa DepEd, ang ilaha is log-in na So, dili. Pero na ko, number 1 is the lesson plan. Number 2 is classroom management. Third, mag-isod ko o convey or mag-isod ko o student teacher no, on how to get the trust of the students sa una. Mag-isod ko ana. And then when it comes to conversation, dili ka ko go deeper kasi isulit mo period ko. Okay mo expound. Pero later on, labang ko 10 years, nakaibaw na ko usapin siya.
So the last question for the first part of the interview is, how do you plan to incorporate your undergraduate degree experience into your teaching practice?
For example, Carol, I am a teacher, at the same time, I'm also a nurse. No? So, dali na ko i-incorporate ang akong pagka-nurse and also as a teacher, especially as a science teacher. Number one, before I handle HM subjects, especially food safety. Yeah? So, na-incorporate or nahatag na ko ang ideas when it comes to how to handle food poisoning, what if ever na, how to handle if na mga sakit-sakit causing different viruses or pagsama na nila mga bacteria coming from different foods. No? Another thing is daghan kong hatag na examples. No? Ma-integrate na ko ang medical in teaching. Diba, sometimes pag-discuss ko din yung moral, sa medical na point of view, ma-appeal na ko. Diba? So, integrate na ko ang, like, for example, ganyan nga po so, sa education na klase ganina from BEL, so, nakakinakitan ganina ng student, yung ano siya, sige siya gana. No? So, I asked him, ngano, kasi problema, miss, nag-palpitate ko. Okay na miss, normal ra. Hindi siya normal. I go, no, it's not normal. Kung mag-palpitate ka, magputasan ka, that is not normal. So, go to the clinic, pumunta naman to, sa i-advise na nurse. Diba? So, advise na nurse nito, go to the RHU, consult sa doctor. And then, pagbalik, balik na ako. Then, I find out na nag-your problems. And di ba naing ko nga, ako siyang ignan nga. Di ba, sabi ko, it's not normal. Now nakibalog ka nga, you have problems sa iyong heart. So, by that alone, kung I'm not saying, normal na nga teacher, maybe ang normal na teacher mo, nga nga, okay na ka din, ha? Sige, ato lang sa clinic niya, balik lang ko. Makalma na ka. But as for me, want na ko ang result because I know na there's something wrong sa so, okay, first and foremost, I'm a nurse. Naman ko how to assess.
Okay, so thank you, ma'am. That's all for the first part of the interview, and now the second part of the interview will be led by Sayer Yokanyan. Good afternoon once again, Ms. Nina. I am Sayer. It's a pleasure to meet you. So for the next part of the interview, which will fall into the advice and reflections. My first question is, do you agree, Miss, that a 4-year teacher education course is a better preparation for the teaching profession?
Yes, I am 100% agree with that. No? It's better that you have all the knowledge from first year to 4th year than like sa ako nga, I only took it for 1 year. No? 6 months lecture, 6 months OJ. So, di na siya ma-ato good to get all the information. Unlike sa inyo nga, start po sa basics sa first year, nagkalisod hundreds of point year. So, for me, good, no, it's better na 4-year good, 4-year na education din ang inyong program. But I'm not saying good no nga kaning DPE lang hindi nga nakabuhan. Okay man lang siya, pero compare sa inyo nga, I can say nga mas mahandle din kay train man mo from first year to 4th year.
So, okay, Miss, thank you. So for the next question is, what advice would you give to others who are considering taking the licensure examination for teachers, or what we call them, without an education background?
Okay, my only advice is you need to study more, study hard, no? Even though nanakay background sa iyong major, but how about the other subjects, no? Another thing is review. For me, good is number 1 is you need mag-review dito. Naiuban mag-self-review. Okay man na, mag-self-review ka ba? Mas indot yun na nga mag-review ka nga na yung mga supplements ni Anna. No? Kaya kung ikaw self-review, huwag kang kabaw sa scope. Lahi man na nga mag-review ka nga, every now and then, makunak yung mga okay, possible maunay din sa iyo. But as for me, wala. Sa ako lang, wala mo ko ni-review. Pero still, nag-study yun ko. Maragdana po to, swerte or what na kayo ba, nakapass or both board exams. Pero advice na ko, no, study, manage your time good. And then, kaya kung mag-DPE man ka, usually sa DPE man is, nagtrabaho naman na. So you need to manage your time. Kaya kung di ka kapag manage your time, useless ka. Third is review. Mag-review ka.
So for the third question is, what do you think are the benefits and drawbacks of entering the teaching profession without an educational background?
Okay. First, advantage to, right?
Yes, miss.
Ang advantage na siguro is I have the basic information regarding sa field dito. Like ako, major na ako in science. Ako na po na because like I said, kinauna na ako pag-college. Minor na ako. Drawbacks na ako, like I said, classroom management, communication to students na. At the same time, especially kanina yung mga co-workers. Naman yun ay pupon-pupon na mga professional mo namin kita yung mga teachers na i-look down ka, especially ka ng mga tiguan, ngayon, sa Manisya. Di ba Manisya, ano ang halap mo mga niya? Nakita 4 years, kung andun ka sa education graduated. Okay? Kaya na, mali mga drawbacks na po. Classroom management and communication. Barriers, no? Kaya ako di ko kung kamakuha ay go deeper. Dito na may kapan ng tawag na. Sa grabe ang communication skills. But for me, hindi ako dito.
For the last question is, how do you reflect on your decision to pursue teaching, and what do you hope to achieve in your teaching career?
Actually, before, mag-story na ako kanina. First choice for my parents na pauna ko is education, to become a teacher. Pero nakikaway siya ko anak because I want to become a nurse. No? Yes, I become a nurse. But, ni anda din ako mama, kung sino niya karon ni abot gihapon ka, teacher na gihapon. Diba? So, para na ako is, kung mahumanhang ganin mo sa inyong profession right now, whether it's your first choice or not, along the way, or in the near future, what kita kaibaw, kung sa'yo sunod, kung sa'yo makita mo. Ako, what you ka-expect that I will become a teacher. Okay? Hindi na ako ang teaching, I tell you. Muna nag-nurse ko because I don't want to become a teacher. Dahil away siya sa kumamagpapaalan. Pero, what ko kaibaw, nga karon, 10 years already, I'm teacher. Diba? So, advice na ako ninyo is, do not stop, no? And another thing is, keep on updating your knowledge. Di lang mo stop, diba? Teacher naman po, sige, okay ako, no? Kung teacher ka, later, pag-masteral ka. Kung ganahan ka, nga musa ka yung posisyon, pag-masteral ka. Sunod, ganahan ka musa ka, so, keep on updating your knowledge. Di nyo na ingo nga stagnant ka. Nga, antong sa tanto, teacher one. Na?
So that's all, Miss. Thank you, Miss Mila, for taking her time talking to us. We really appreciate your effort and insightful advices.
You're welcome, and thank you also for choosing me to be your subject for your profile grade and free. And I hope I give the essential information that you want. Thank you.
Thank you.